All right, welcome back and welcome to chapter 6, where we're going to move into our next purpose exercise. And part of gaining that clarity on our purpose and moving forward with it is having a purpose statement. And having a statement that it's not something you need to memorize and carry around with you every single day. That's not what I'm saying, but we have to come to and identify that purpose statement and be really comfortable in feeling it and carrying it with us every day. So this is a really important exercise. And this chapter, it won't take long to get through my recording of it, but I want you to be prepared for this chapter that you're going to spend up to a couple of hours on this. You're going to stop and pause and restart again. And this is something I want you to dedicate at least 90 minutes, probably more like 2 hours to. And you may even want to do it over a couple of periods. So again, you're not going to come out of this with a statement that you memorize and recite to people all the time. This is going to be more so, I mean, if you know it and you can recite it in your head, great. That's good. That's not a bad thing. But it's more about having that feeling and that emotion inside you. And you'll see at the end as we tie this up. This is to get that statement out so that there is a very connected emotional feeling inside you about what your purpose is. Okay, so I'll talk more about that as we walk through this, and let's jump in. Let's get started. Okay, so have a pen and paper, and or using something on your laptop or something that you can write. And again, you're going to take your time with this because it's a very mindful, thoughtful, and feeling-based exercise. Okay, so step one. I want you to write down two unique qualities, two very personal, unique qualities about yourself. Whether you're authentic or what you truly consider yourself to be. Enthusiastic. You're a passionate person. You got a great sense of humor. You're very focused and driven. Two unique personal qualities about yourself. And through this exercise, I give examples that I used and continue to use for myself as I evolved and defined my purpose statement. Okay, so just to give you context, I'm going to give you a lot of what I did, or some of what I did, I should say, as I worked through this exercise so to help you out. Okay, so step one, I want you to hit pause and just write down two unique personal qualities about yourself, two of the bigger, more important ones, and take a few minutes to do that, and then come back. All right, so now that you have those two steps down, or those two qualities down, we will move into step two, okay? So now I want you to take some time to list out a couple of ways. List out ways that you enjoy expressing those qualities when you're interacting with others, okay? Ways you enjoy expressing and showing those qualities when you're interacting with others, such as, I love to share my feelings and my thoughts and beliefs. I love to share. I love to act out, express or write out how you express those qualities. And for me, one of the statements I wrote, or ways that I believe I do that, is when I believe. One of my qualities is passion. I'm very passionate about things I believe in. So I wrote out, when I believe in something, I really get behind it and give it my all. I really get behind something. When I'm all in, I'm all in. When I believe in something, I'm all in. And I give it all my energy. So I want you to pause here and think of the two qualities you just wrote out for yourself. And now I want you to list out ways you express those when you're interacting with others, okay? Ways you express those when you're interacting with others. Take, 5-10 minutes to do that, and then come back. Okay. All right. Welcome back again. So now that you've written out those two statements, we're going to get into step number 3. All right. Step 3. So now I want you to feel, this is why the feeling part of it is so critical. okay? Because obviously we don't live in a perfect world, nor will we ever, nor will anything we have or be will be perfect. But I want you to imagine this for a moment, okay? For the purposes of this exercise, I want you to imagine, think about what a perfect world looks like and feels like to you, all right? And I want you to write, in a second here, you're going to pause, and I want you to write out what a perfect world looks like and feels like to you as you see it, as you feel it, in the present tense. What does it feel like and what does it look like? All right, and I give you my example. Okay, a perfect world for me. A perfect world, this is what I wrote. A perfect world is full of people being open and of people bringing other people together. It's about sharing and banding and people coming together, led by people who bring others together. Okay, so for me, and of course, and I'm saying, there's no such thing as perfect, right? There's no such thing as perfect in life, and we're never going to have a perfect world. But it's about feeling and what is important to you, what matters to you, what lights you up, how you would love to see it, okay? And for me, I just, when I left my corporate career and wanted to go out and originally teaching leadership and then started working with people and helping people around their career, I've always loved bringing people together. I knew that. That's the way I've always been. And I wanted to do work that would help bring other people together. I just knew that about myself. And for me, a perfect world would be one in which, we're not always dividing and arguing. And I'm a very passionate person, and I'm opinionated and I'm open. I love healthy debate. I love healthy debate. I'm not a pacifist in terms of, having good, hard conversation with others. But in the end, I think we should all be freaking banded together and bonding together as much as possible. That's what I would love to see. That's what gets me jazzed up, juiced up, fired up, excited. I love there's nothing that makes me happier when I just even connect two people and I know that they would click or have a good connection or have a lot in common, and I can bring them. I love that. I've been doing that pretty much my entire adult life. And so for me, a perfect world is full of people, who are open and sharing and coming together and bringing others together. So I want you to think about what matters to you. What invokes the feelings you just heard from me about my perfect world. What invokes a perfect world or that kind of feeling for you in a perfect world? All right. So I want you to pause. And I want you to write out a statement, a sentence or two long, just like mine that I give you here as I walk you through this. Write out what a perfect world looks like and feels like to you, and do it in the present tense, okay? All right, so take a few minutes to do that right now and then come back and we'll keep moving forward. All right. Welcome back. I know you must be feeling a lot of great stuff right now, right? You're feeling it, and that feeling and emotion inside, all right? So we're going to go into the fourth and almost final step. We're going to start bringing all this stuff together, okay? We're going to start bringing the 3 steps and things you just wrote out into a single statement. And here we go. All right. And there's a little more to this. Okay. But what I want you to do is continue to write out, and you're going to pause in a second here, is write out a single purpose statement based on what you've already identified for yourself. All right. So those individual characteristics and how you like to express them and how they would apply in a perfect world. All right. You're going to bring them together. So for example, my purpose, this is just an example. My purpose is using my creativity and enthusiasm to support and inspire others as we all freely express our talents in joyfulness, harmony, and love. Okay? So that's not my purpose statement per se, but that's an example. And read through that. So you have the creativity and enthusiasm, 2 of the characteristics, all right? How they like to bring that out to other people by supporting and inspiring others, and then in a perfect world, as we all freely express our talents in joyfulness, harmony, and love, okay? And here's mine. All right, here's version 1 of my purpose statement, one of my purpose statements, okay? My purpose is using authenticity, vulnerability, and passion to inspire and influence others to be open and sharing and to bring people together, okay? All right, so I want you to take a few minutes now. This could take 15, 20 minutes, and that's fine. Think about, and I want you to feel it. It's not so much about, it's not perfect prose. You're not writing a book. You're not writing a poem that's going to be published. I want you to write out what you feel more than worrying about like the perfect grammatical sentence, okay? So take some time now, hit pause or stop, and I want you to write out a single purpose statement. All right, welcome back again. And we are going to move forward one last time, all right, to wrap up this exercise and chapter as far as I'm concerned, but you are going to keep going, okay? You're going to keep going. So you have your purpose statement now. You have a purpose statement. And guess what? You are going to write it out again and again and again, okay? You're going to write it out again. You're going to do this, not the whole exercise, I'm sorry. You're going to write out the purpose statement again. And then I want you to cross it out and write it out again. All right? I want you to write it out 2, 3, 4 more times. At least 2 or 3 more times. Preferably like 4. And here's why you're doing this. Because at this stage of this exercise, like I said at the start, it is not about just the words. It's about the feeling you have inside you. Because this is your guiding light. What is it that makes you feel so freaking amazing inside that this is what you want to do? This is how you want to express yourself. This is how you want to take action in everything you do and in your career moving forward. And it's got to connect with you. It's got to be a feeling literally in your gut and borderline emotional. I mean, I'm not kidding. Borderline, if you break down crying in this, that's normal. Okay? Believe me. I want you to feel it so much. I mean, I'm always open and honest. So I didn't cry with tears, but I even feel it a little bit right now because I love this stuff so much. I definitely became all choked up in my chest and in my throat. I did this several times over, and I've done it with my coach, and I've done it with another coach on the phone. And when I worked through this exercise and I really drew out what my purpose is, what I love and love doing, I'm telling you, I had like a golf ball in my throat, and in a good way. In a good way. It felt freaking awesome because I mean, it's what I believe in and it's what I want to do. So I want you to cross out your first purpose statement. I want you to write it out again, and I want you to, keep feeling it, connect with it. All right. And let it digest for a few minutes. Take this. This is the part that can take like 1 to 2 hours. All right. So you're going to stop my audio, and that's the end of this chapter. And I just want you to spend time, work on your purpose statement, work on it tonight into tomorrow, write it out in your journal several times over, cross it out and write it again until you get that feeling like, yeah, this is it, man. This is freaking it. This is what I feel so strongly and passionate about, and, that I'm connected with. All right. So write it out, work on that purpose statement. Feel it, connect with it, and we will keep moving forward. All right. I love it. Okay. And by the way, I can't believe I didn't say this already. So yes, you are going to send me, okay? Send me all steps along the way. Glad I caught myself there. Send me all steps along the way. So send me what you wrote out for your characteristics. Send me how you want to express those. Send me your view or vision of what a perfect world is, and then send me your purpose statement. And send me several iterations of your purpose statement, okay? I want you to send it to me, email them to me in writing as you've worked through this exercise. Just pull them together into an email or on a document and email it to me, okay? All right. Good luck, keep moving, and I will see you on the other side.